Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and today I'm actually introducing something a bit different. So today I'm introducing my team for the WSS, the World Showdown Series, which is a draft league that I just finished drafting for, and I'm going to review my draft and tell you exactly what order I drafted my mons in, why I kind of drafted them, and I'm gonna tell you pretty much like how I'm gonna take on the season with my draft. Now, pretty much, I'm not gonna give too much away because I know my opponents are gonna be seeing this. You sneaky motherfuckers, you're gonna watch this and be like, I know exactly what Peachy's gonna do. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about what I'm gonna do, but not too much, because I drafted each of these mons for a specific reason, and some more because they're a bit like, you know what I mean, like people don't know the secret of their tech, and so I'm not gonna give that all away because that would just be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? So let's continue on, and first up, for the first pick, I decided to go for a powerful mon that could just single-handedly beat teams. Now, usually for the first round pick, I either pick like a mon that can just go in any draft. So like if I get sniped later down the track, I can always adapt my draft. Or I get a mon that can just destroy. Now, for the first round pick, I managed to get Victini. Now, pretty much, Victini is a god. Like, Victini straight up can just beat teams. Like, I've beaten so many teams in draft leagues just with Victini. Like, there's no real good switch into this thing, because I mean, it's got U-turns. Like, for one, if you switch in like a water type and I predict that, go U-turn, boom, I'm switching out to my electric type, and then bang, you've just lost some momentum, brother. But I mean, we all know choice band, Adam and Victini, boom, that can straight up just destroy any mon. Destroys, like, let's say Clefable, for example, boom, that gets one-shotted. A Clefable, bro, gets one-shotted by my Victini. So Victini is actually a god. I can run attack, special, and all that, which is excellent. Enough said for Victini. Now, for the next, like, my plan was originally to get Mega Gyarados, but some guy literally, the turn before me, Mega Gyarados was drafted, and I was so upset. I was like, okay, there goes my plan. But you know who else was free? I was like, alright, let's just go with this other guy. So pretty much, Mega Altaria was free. So pretty much, I drafted Mega Altaria because it's a god fairy type. Like, let's be real, Mega Altaria is just like Victini in a way, where it's like you could run it physical, special. It is just a god. Its coverage is amazing. It gets Heal Bell, it gets D-Dance, it gets Con Guard, it gets Roost. Oh my, it's just too good. Like, this thing puts in so much work. Especially, the only thing that can really kill Victini is a poison type or a fairy type. I mean, Victini deals with those pretty well, and Steel type obviously deals with Altaria, but Victini deals with all of those, so that is very good as a second round pick. Now, for the third round pick, I decided to get my queen, Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen is, like, again, like, I'm getting good picks. Like, Nidoqueen is amazing. Nidoqueen can be defensive, offensive, and still do well in both. Like, its defenses are perfect, where it's like it can be a niche switch into like physical mons, especially fighting type mons. It switches into fighting type mons really good. It's a good switch into fairy type mons, and if I want to run like special scarf or like special life orb to just destroy teams, I can run that as well. Nidoqueen also has pretty good tech moves. Like, it gets Stealth Rocks, it gets Spikes. Like, right now, I really wanted Stealth Rocks. I'm like, okay, Altaria, Victini, I really need to get a rocker up. So I decided to get Nidoqueen for like a good rocker. Alright, so come round 4, people, and I was like, who is actually a good pick? I'm looking at my team and I'm like, damn son, I got an Earthquake weakness, Nidoqueen gone, Victini, Earthquake gone. Like, I need a good EQ switching, and therefore I decided to pick up my boy Electros. Now, Electros is really underrated, but like, it's not overrated. Like, many people sleep on Electros. They're like, oh, it's Electros, he's not that good. But like, literally, Electros is so good. It's the same as like the others did. It can be offensive and all special, and it will still destroy you in both ways. Like, it could literally, like, it just beats many teams as well. It doesn't beat teams by itself like Victini, but it can literally be brought to every game and put in the work in some way. Like, it can counter at least one mon in like a draft every week. I could bring this thing every week. I'm not going to, but I could. Like, that's how good it is. It's so good. It's so low-key great. And that was a tier, let's see, it was like a tier 3 or 4 pick. Like, yeah, Electros is RU, so it was actually not too bad as a pick. And that's why I grabbed it. Alright, so tier 5, here we come. We have my boy Lamola. Oh, I can't even say this. Lamola. There we go. Boom. So Lamola, I'm not gonna say any more than it's a fat fish. That's it. It's a fat fish. It's just got regenerator. It's fat. It can take hits. It literally is the sponge of the team. I just needed defense at this point. I'm like, alright, I got like so much offense. Let's get some defense. Electros is pretty defensive, but I want to use that offensively a bit more. So I got Lamola as my defense. Always good to get a regenerator as your defense, because you can just switch that in, take the hit, leave, boom, get your regenerator boost. So always good to get a regenerator boost. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say for Lamola. Yeah. Alright, so come round 6, and guess who was free? I did not expect him to be free, but yes, he was. Miltank was free. So the cow, the fat cow, the low key, probably like the best tier, like the lowest tier in this. It's NU, the best NU pick, probably in my opinion. Miltank can sponge any hit nearly, like it literally can sponge like at least one hit from like anything. And Miltank also gets rocks. Always good to get another rock setter. I don't want to always bring Electro Queen for one, and I don't want to always have to bring Stealth Rock. Like I could just run 3 attacks and Toxic Spikes. I don't have to run Stealth Rocks now on it. I can always bring Electro Queen, and it's also good because if I do bring, I could bring them both. Like Electro Queen, so it's a good switch into a fighting type attack. Like obviously being poison type. Victini is also a good switch into fighting type. Altaria is also a good switch in after it Mega Evolves to a fighting type attack. Like, dude, I got the coverage to defend my boy Miltank. Miltank, like, if you sleep on Miltank, Miltank will destroy you. And besides, Miltank gets Thunder Wave as well if I need to bring that for speed control, which is always good to have in the team. Alright, so for the 7th pick, we got Cleon. Now, Cleon, I didn't want it to too much. The only reason I really got Cleon is because the other ones at this point were kind of trash, and I didn't really want anyone else to pick Cleon because I hate versing Cleon. And I'm like, you know what? If you hate versing Cleon, Pichu, why don't you just draft it? So boom, it's on our team. To be honest, I've never really used Cleon, but I don't think it was a bad pick. I could always free agent it later, and I think I might, but I might keep it for now. If it puts in the work, it definitely will stay. But we'll just have to see. This is probably the one mon that I'm kind of testing the most. But yeah, I think it'll put in the work. Alright, so after that, for the 8th round pick, I need an OU mon, and I'm not even gonna lie. Originally, I had my plan to get Thunderous Therian at this point. Like if you look, I still wanted a better EQ switching. But I knew that my ice switch-ins weren't that existent. I mean, I've got Lamola, but that's about it. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't get Thunderous. But then I realized, bro, like, Weavile hasn't been drafted yet. So, boom, I took Weavile. Because Weavile, like, I don't even understand. I don't understand how Weavile could go undrafted yet. Like, Weavile is a god. Weavile is Ice Shard, Ice Crash, Knockoff. It literally can just destroy any setups. Like if someone tries to set up on you, you've always got Ice Shard in the back that does so much damage. I mean, it deals with a lot of the good stealth rockers. It deals with like Donphan, Garchomp, Landorus, like those things. Deals with them perfectly. Ice Shard always also helps against like other flying threats. Always good to have priority. I didn't have priority at this point, and I was kind of annoyed. I mean, Cleon has priority, but not the best. So it's always good to get priority with Weavile. And I mean, everyone knows how good Weavile is. Like, let's be real. It's freaking Weavile. Like, it's Weavile. You can't say that's a bad pick. I think it was good. I think it was better than Thunderous Therian, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see if Weavile picks up the slack. Alright, so for the 9th pick, we don't have a spinner, and I was kind of scared. I'm like, dude, I got Victini, I got Altaria, and I don't have a spinner. Yo, what is going on? Especially because it's Weavile as well. So I decided to get my little boxer Hitmonchan. Now Lil Mac is back, and he's gonna actually spin all the rocks away. He's always gonna carry rapid spin. Like, let's be real. Every time he comes, it's for the spin. I'm not gonna bring him every game, but I'll bring him to a lot that I think that the opponents will set up rocks. And it's really important that I get rocks off my field. I might need to draft another defogger. Like I might free agent later, maybe someone else for a defogger. But definitely always good to get at least one rapid spinner in a draft, just so like if I need to defend against hazard stacking, I have a way to defend against hazard stacking. So after Hitmonchan, straight up, I got my boy Galvantula. Now, after I dumped the Thunderstorm idea, I was like, you know what? I need an electric type. I know I got Electros, but Electros most of the time doesn't really have like a major offensive pressure in terms of electric stab. Like usually I would run, like if I do run Thunderbolt Volt Switch, like even then, like it doesn't do that much. Like Electros doesn't do that much damage. It just has good coverage to defeat many teams with like ultra effective. Like if you have like a Scissor or something, like for example, like it has Flamethrower to deal with that. Like I needed a strong electric type, so I got Galvantula. Now Galvantula is also good because it has a bit of speed control in a way with Sticky Web, which is great because it will help Victini or Taria. It will help everyone out in a way. Like if I can get Sticky Webs up. And it's always good to get at least one bug type mon, because bug type's so low key, like underrated. There's a few good threats, mainly the psychic mons. There's a lot of good psychic mons in draft leagues that are hard to deal with. So it's good to get a bug, a dark type mon to help deal with them. So I think that's why I got Galvantula. Now after Galvantula, for the 11th round, I got Weavile. Now Weavile is a really interesting pick. It's kind of not known. Like no one knows why it's pretty good. Like I know it's good. I don't really want to tell you guys why at this point, because it's if you just like search on Showdown Weavile and look at its set, and you'll probably find out why it's good. But yeah, I think that it's mainly kind of for like a defensive kind of role. Like it's also a low-key stealth rocker if I need. I did need a steel type at this point. I didn't have a steel type yet. I always wanted to get a steel type for a fairy switch in. So that's another reason why I drafted Weavile. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave it at that. And for the last pick for the League of the Laddies, the World Showdown Series, we have Noivern. Now Noivern is the dragon, like freaking dragon destroyer. Like this thing has amazing speed. I know I got a lot of speed with Weavile, but Noivern seriously is a bit underrated. I know it has Hurricane and Focus Blast, which can miss a lot, but I trust the Noivern because it has such good utility. I'm pretty sure I can get Defog. It gets like U-turn, it gets Taunt, it gets Roost, Dragon Meteor, Hurricane, Flamethrower. Like it gets a lot of amazing moves. Its speed is like crazy. It's like 123 or something. And its main counter is my boy Weavile. And because I have Weavile, Noivern is going to do some work. So pretty much, after I get rid of their Ice Shard, Noivern outspeed and can pretty much do a lot of damage. I can run Specs, Life Orb, Expert Belt, Leftovers. Like I can run a lot of different sets on Noivern. It has Frisk. I can Item Scout, which is probably a big reason why I drafted it. Like item scouting is, not many people do it, but it's actually really important. If you know their sets, you know what they're probably going to do, you can predict them easier, and you can come out with that win, smash them 6-0. I'm a bit cocky then, probably not 6-0, but you know what I mean. Come out with the win after you predict their ass. So that is my team. Overall, I pretty much just I told you what I drafted in, like that's the order I drafted them in. Overall, what do I think? Well, I think it's I got like pretty good offense, good defense, pretty much maybe Hazard Sacking is still very bad for me. I mean, I don't want to be forced to run Hitmonchan every time, so I might think about getting another Rapid Spinner, or I think I might get another Defogger. But other than that, I think my draft overall is pretty good. Not many key weaknesses, to be honest. I mean, there's not many. Like, Victini can deal with most things. Weavile can deal with most things. Altaria can deal with many things. Like, my whole team can deal with a whole variety of different teams. So I think we'll do pretty well this season. And basically, that is my draft review for the WSS Season 1. And hopefully we do well. Please support the Adelaide Aggrons. If you have any comments about my draft, and if you think I should change anything, you're going to have to see what's drafted. So I'm not sure if I might put the doc in the link in the description below. But if you have any comments about my draft, please leave comments, and I'll read it and just see. And if I think it's a good idea, like your change idea, I may think about it. But anyway, that's my draft. I'll see you guys in the team prep video for week 1, and I'm not sure when I'll do that. I think I'll do that soon. Still gonna prep. Take a long ass time prepping. But yeah, it's been your boy Pichu. Time for me to go, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.